So did you complete your homework? Alhamdulillah. So everybody did all the exercises from lesson 3. Good. All the exercises from lesson 3. So yeah, we had that big break. So alhamdulillah, you shouldn't have had no problem doing your work. And alhamdulillah, we live in Philadelphia. I'm accessible to a degree. Text me. And there's many people learning the books. As well as we have a beautiful WhatsApp group where we have our team from Marcus Bayan and now wherever they may be located at, and they're at different places, ready for you, the males and the females, for any questions that you may have. Even down to right before class started, we submitted the weekly vocabulary test. And we hope that you took it, and we hope that you passed and did well with that vocabulary test for lesson 3. The juncture that we are at, the place that we are at in our studies, we're like right there smack dab in the middle between the Dars al-Thalith and Dars al-Rabi'. The only thing really much left that we had to do was take that test. So now we are moving on to what? To Dars al-Rabi'. But before we move on to Dars al-Rabi', we are going to do a basic review of some of the things that we went over. So al-Hadif li-Dars al-Thalith, the goal for lesson 3 is what, class? And you could raise your hand. The goal for lesson 3 is what, class? Tafaddal.
To put the correct ending on the ism.
That is a part of the goal of lesson 3. What is the goal of lesson 3? Somebody else help their brother. Please raise your hand. Did you just raise your hand?
No.
Anybody else? What is the goal? Alhamdulillah, my late students. Abdul Wali. Now, what's the goal of lesson 3?
Goal for lesson 3.
Wahid. اثنين. ثلاثة. أربع. أربع ونصف, 4.5. خمسة. I hope no one called out. I thought I heard some over here, but no, people don't call out in this class. There's order in my class. That's somebody else's class. People calling out in. Now, تفضل. Putting alif lam on the ism. Adding alif lam to the noun. That's right, class? We agreed upon that, right? What's the goal of lesson 1? Yeah, don't call out in my class. فضل, what's the goal of lesson 1? اثنين. MashaAllah, that's half an hour. Abdul Aziz, the goal of lesson 1. لا يا أخي بارك الله فيك. هذا منك مو مني. That's from you, that's not from me. طيب إن شاء الله بارك الله فيكم. What is the goal of الدرس الأول? Go. لا يا أخي بارك الله فيك. That's some of the examples and some of the benefits from it. That's not the goal. No, you don't. We're not having a conversation. You had a question. You had an opportunity. Barakallahu feekum. Restrain yourselves. Order, discipline. Abdullah. أنت معنا؟ Okay, جزاك الله خير. طيب ما هو الهدف للدرس الأول؟ I wish I could get like a text or something like that from the sisters, because I bet you the sisters know all the answers I just said. They probably know all the answers I just said. Subhanallah. I know y'all know. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. I hope you guys all got 100 on the test. All of our sisters now got what? 100 on their test. Even if they outdid the brothers. May Allah make that so. Ameen. La ya akhi. And this you hurt my feelings. It's been my student for years. I should be hurt. What do we go over in class every week? We went over the goal of every lesson. Subhanallah. And you all know. Everybody's going to say, Subhanallah. Say it again. Subhanallah. That's somebody else's class. That is a part of it, but that's not the goal of the lesson. Dr. Abdul Rahim, he made and identified a goal for every lesson. The goal of what? Of lesson 3 is what? The Dukhulu alif lam al ism is adding alif lam to the noun. The second part of that, because it was the second goal, was the second part of the lesson, was adding alif lam to a word that begins with a sun letter. Right? You got to know that because that's recent. You just went over that. But that didn't mean just because you learned something in lesson 3, now you're going to forget the goals of lesson 1 and lesson 2. Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah. That's what we're doing now? We got 23 lessons to go. No one. Go. Oh, no. So say it again. The 6 what? The 6. Y'all hear him? Everybody should be like, oh yeah. Look, all right, come on. He said the 6 what? La ya akhi. It's not the 6 questions. Although there are 2 questions and there are some questions in the 6. The 6 what? The goal is the learning of what? The 6 what? The 6 sentences. Jazakumullah khair. Najm al-Fasl, the start of the class. Youngest in charge. See? So, again, it's the learning of the 6 sentences. Remember that? Ma hadha, right? Hadha kitabun, right? Hadha kitabun wa hadha daftarun. Hadha kitabun? Na'am, hadha kitabun. Hadha kitabun la hadha daftarun. Right? Y'all went back and some of them other classes that you didn't finish. And then y'all come in here with that stuff. No, we plan on finishing this class. Now, is everybody with me? Hey, since you got, alhamdulillah, jazakumullah khair, y'all need to go buy him a little milkshake, some fries, with whatever, candy, whatever he want. Right? That's right. Don't start talking now. No, you did good. Don't start having conversations now. Don't watch it now. I'm about to bring you up here, get your job. Tayyib. Learning the 6 what? The 6 sentences. And being able to put the vocabulary words from ad-dars al-awwal in that template of those 6 sentences. Speaking all Arabic, going back and forth, identifying, answering the question, understanding what you're pointing at, understanding the answer. This is who you're supposed to be when you finish ad-dars al-awwal. Right? Okay, come on. Now, what is the goal of what? Ad-dars al-thani. What is the goal of lesson 2? It was just on the board, y'all. Where your notes at? What a picture of the notes that Abdulaziz took. Where your notes at? If you don't have it memorized, at least your notes are strong. So when you go back and study for the midterm that's coming at lesson 11 and for the final that's coming at lesson 23, you'll be ready. Naam, Fadl. That's 3. I'm talking about 2. That's literally on the board right now because we're reviewing that. Where your notes at? Yes.
Dalika, the difference between close and near, using dalika and hadha.
Mumtaz. So again, the goal of lesson 2 is knowing the difference between what? Hadha and what? And dalika. Remember? Everybody remember? Yes. Malfarqu bayna hadha wa dalika. That was it. That's right, Abdulaziz. Is everybody with me? All right. Well, now we moseying on out of 3. That's what we doing today. We working our way out of lesson 3. We about to go into lesson 4. The goal of lesson 4 is on the board. The goal of lesson 3 is on the board. What is the goal of lesson 3, class? What is the goal of lesson 3? What's the goal of lesson 3? Now, adding alif lam to the noun and understanding what changes must occur when this is done. Now, right? So, when you add alif lam to a noun, what should you do? Don't tell me. Show me. Abdullah. تستعمل جوالك to the dust? ها؟ جزاكم الله خير. طيب كتاب شكرا. بيت قمر بيت حمار هي حمار حمار El, he. No, it's okay. Kitabun. The last part. El, El Kitab, right? That was good. He was almost there. But remember the principle. When Aleph Lam comes upon a noun, what happens to the Tanween class? It becomes a Dhamma. Now, okay? So let's try it again. You ready? Masjidun. Doing or do? Which one? Mm-hmm. Good. That's right. That's right. Be firm. This is when all the vocabulary words and the principles, that's when it all comes together. And then now you can what? You can execute it. And you're in this class because you're going to be challenged. Prepare to be challenged. Now, is that clear? We talked about the fumbling. And these are behind us. But you have to what? You have to prepare. You have to what? You have to learn. And it's not just on what? Ustadh. It's just not on me. It's on you and your classmates and everybody else. And I ain't going to lie. I got so many daggone students and so much stuff I'm doing. You might not want to always count on me. Because I'll be gone. I'll be in the wind. All right. All right. But it's what we have on the WhatsApp with the brothers, with the group, mashallah. And some of the people have visited, some of the people have gotten with us. Aziz, even some of the other classes that he tried to jump in and he's trying to get schooled on. It's so much that we have going on. Please take advantage of it. Tayyib? Please take advantage of it. Naam. Tayyib? All right. So again, Maktabun. Mumtaz. Himarun. Mumtaz. Watch out. Mumtaz. Okay. Abun. 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 Just add Aleph Lam. El. Abun. Now we'll come back to you. Abun. Mumtaz. Tayyib. Babun. Mumtaz. Jannatun. Khubzun. MashaAllah. Did he say al-khubzu? He said al-khubzu? Oh, sorry. You probably didn't hear me. Ready? Pay attention. Leave the pencil alone. Khubzun. Al-khubzu. Oh, he probably can't hear me. Here I come. You ready? Khubzun. And when he heard it, he got it right. MashaAllah. Who's working with this boy at home? Who's doing it? That's what I want to know. Y'all all need to go home with him and study with him. Because once he heard it, he had it. Now, MashaAllah. All right? The Huda is min Allah. Ask Allah. The guidance is from Allah. So beg Allah. Ain't enough for guidance in what? In studying the Arabic language. Tayyib, inshallah? All right. From the benefits, from the fruits of learning Arabic is that what? Is that you will understand the Quran, and you will understand the Sunnah, fahman sahihan. And what? And an understanding that is correct, as opposed to incorrect. Fumbling, making mistakes in the Arabic. No more. No. Tayyib, inshallah. So, what we have today, this is our beautiful icebreaker. Naam. Because you all said that you completed all the exercises. All the exercises in lesson 3 is correct. All the exercises in lesson 3 is what, class? They're correct, and you did them. And inshallah, I'm going to have one of my students come around and just confirm. He's just going to do a check that you did what? That you did your actual work. But at the same time, this is not snitching. This is commanding the good and forbidding the evil. So that brother is not a snitch. He is a believer. I know I'm talking to. I'm in New Philadelphia. I'm in South Philadelphia. All right. He's not a snitch, okay? He is one who loves the sunnah, and he is commanding the good and forbidding the evil. Right? So Abdullah, he's been my student for years, y'all. He's in like book 2. So he could, I don't know about it. So he could come around and check. Listen, you ain't got to check nobody's stuff. I just need you to put a check if it's done. And if a person did not complete their homework, meaning all the exercises needs to be complete, you can always turn to Abdullah and ask him for help because he knows all the exercises. He knows the directions, which are in Arabic. He knows them. He can translate them and help you understand the English. He's going to go all around, right? And he's going to make sure that everybody did their exercises. If they did not do their exercise, and you did not do your exercises, then inshallah he's going to let me know, and we can have a conversation to make sure you get your exercises done. You might have a problem or something like that. It's okay. We got you covered. And then online, you guys already know, for those that are in the WhatsApp group, Abdul Halim, myself, and those, and as well as on the sister side, y'all know the 3 sisters that's there to help y'all. Get them to help y'all understand. Take a picture of it, submit it in WhatsApp. Take a picture of it, submit it in WhatsApp. That's what y'all all supposed to do. Is that clear? No. All right, Abdullah, go. This shouldn't take long because everybody's going to open their books. Everybody's going to open their books. Everybody's going to open their books. Now, go around. Just as long as it's done. All right? You don't got to check it. It's just got to be done. If they didn't do it, it's fine. Listen, Abdullah, you ain't there listening to no stories. You ain't there listening to no stories. I'm just saying, because well, what happened was, right? No, don't do that. No. Okay, I need names of everybody who didn't do it. I need the names of everybody who didn't do it. I need names now, bro.
I'm in Thursday class. Mine's Thursday. I'm in the same. I got the same homework Thursday. I'm in the Thursday's class at the other Masjid.
And Allah bless you. Allah, he's right. He's right. Did you get Abdul Aziz? Did you get everybody?
I was waiting for everybody to raise their hand.
No, you're going around, bro. No, just go around everybody.
I knew he did it. I was with him.
All right. So I need names if who didn't do it.
Okay, you already got names, brother.
No, you got to talk. Just get the names. Just give them a blank sheet of paper. Yeah, Allah Waraka, Lo Samat. I need everybody's name. I know I got everybody's stuff in WhatsApp. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Name and number. Name and number, please. Name and number. Yeah, I want receipts, bro. Yeah. I don't know who's upstairs, but if somebody upstairs can help me out and go around and make sure the sisters are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Are they in class? Well, then they got to just check themselves. All right, then you got it. Help us out. All right. Tell you, is everybody ready? Everybody ready? Quietly name and number. All right, and then we're gonna keep going. Tell you, I want everybody to come to the board. So now we're on the board, and we are reviewing the concept from Ad-Dars al-Thalith. The concept and the goal of Ad-Dars al-Thalith is what, class? Adding alif lam to the noun. It's what? Dukhulu alif lam al ism, right? So here's the formula right here. This is what, class? Alif lam. Everybody pay attention. This is the plus sign, right? This is what? That's ismun. Everybody say ismun. And the ismun is a what? A noun. Very good. So we're going to add alif lam in the ism, right? That's why I got tanween on it, because it's not added to it yet. But then now we're going to say what, class? Al ismu. Read it. Al ismu. Which means you added alif lam to the noun, and you made the what? The tanween did what? It had to go. Is everybody clear? No. So before it was what? It was nakiratun. It was what? Nakiratun. And then when you said al-ismu, it became what, class? Ma'rifatun. Has everybody got that? Everybody clear about that? Okay, so again, kitabun is considered to be what? Nakiratun. Right? Al-kitabu is considered to be what, class? Ma'rifatun. Very good. You guys got that. Alhamdulillah. So we're clear about that. Now we are actually going to do what? we are going to actually add aleph and lam to these what? Two categories of words that represent the two categories of the letters in the Arabic language, which are known as the sun letters or the moon letters in the what class? And the sun letters. Huruful what? Huruful qamariyatu and huruful what class? Shamsiyatu. Right? So we have all of the huruful qamariyya. We have alif, we have ba, we have jim, we have ha, we have kha, we have ayn, ghayn, fa, qaf, and kaf. Naam? And then we have words that begin with these letters. And then we have words that begin with these letters. Tayyib, inshallah. So let's get into it. So is everybody with me? All right, let's add. So we have everybody say abun. Becomes what class? Al what? Al what? Al abu. El abu. Like that. Everybody say ba. Everybody say babun. Now I need everybody to say what class? El ba. What class? Boo. El babu. Very good. Everybody say jeen. Then everybody say jannatun. Now everybody say el jannah. Two. Very good. Everybody say ha. Everybody say himarun. Now el himaru. Everybody say kha. All right. Now everybody say khubzun. That's your word, man. That's your word. Pay attention. Leave that paper alone. Let me see that paper. Come on, everybody. Kha. No, still bring the paper. Khubzun. Bring the paper. No, he bring the paper. All right. Al-khubzu. 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 Yeah, sit there right next to Abdul Aziz, and if he needs any help, you're going to help him. All right, can you see the board? Can you see the board? Get in between Abdul Aziz and Abdullah. And so you can see the board. In case I need help with something, erase or something like that, you my guy. Tayyib? All right? Plus, we might need you for another answer. You did so good last time. Eyes over here. Come on. Tayyib. Everybody. Ayn. Aynun. Oh, let's say Aynun. Al-Aynu. Very good, class. Now we have Ghayn. Ghada'un. Becomes what, class? L. You guys are good. L Ghada. Oh, very good. Everybody say Fa. Famun. Becomes L. Al-Fa-mu. Very good. Everybody say Qaf. Qamarun. Al-Qamaru. Al-Qamaru. Everybody say Kaf. Kelbun. Everybody say El-Kelbu. Everybody say Meen. Ma'un. El what? El-Ma'u. Now, tell you, class. So that was what we had enough room on the board to write for the what? For the moon letters. Is that clear? All right. So now we're going to move to where? We're going to move to Hurufu Shamsiyatu. The what class? The sun letters. The what class? The sun letters. Now, that's all right. It's all good. It could be, you know what I'm saying. I'm like like Mama Jones and Grandma King, man. We were sweaters. We sweaters, man. They were sweaters too. I appreciate that. Jazakumullah khair. Tayyib. So now we have the letter what class? Everybody say ta. Then we have tajirun. So now I need everybody to do what? Say mumtaz, because the lamb is written and not what? Not pronounced. So it's tajirun at tajiru. Everybody say fa. Then we say thawbun. Everybody say athawbu. Very good. Everybody say del. All right. Deacon. Everybody say adiku. Adiku. Everybody say thel. Dhahabun. Everybody adhahabu. Adhahabu. Everybody say ra. Rajulun. Everybody say ar-rajulu. Ar-rajulu. طيب, everybody say za. Zahratun. Az-zahratu. Az-zahratu. Mumtaz. Everybody say sin. Samakun. Everybody say as-samaku. As-samaku. Everybody say sod. Sod. Everybody say as-sadru. As-sadru. Everybody say bod. Bod. Dayfun. Everybody say al-dayfu. Al-dayfu. Everybody say ta. Ta. Everybody say talibun. At-talibu. At-talibu. Ni'am. Everybody say dha. 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 Everybody say dhahrun. I'm sorry, dhuhrun. Everybody say al-dhuhru. Al-dhuhru. Mumtaz. Everybody say lamb. Lahmun. Lahmun. Al-lahmu. 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 Mumtaz. And each one of these words actually are actual words. And we'll give the meaning of them to you really quickly. Al-abu means what, class? Al-babu, please say it. Al-babu means what? Much practice you get, you're going to get it. Al-jannatu. Al-jannatu means the what? The paradise. The what, class? It also means what? Okay, good. Everybody say al-himar. The what? All righty. All right. Everybody say al-khubzu. And al-khubzu is what? The bread. You're talking about the Panera bread, right? Al-khubzu, the bread. Hey, now. Everybody say al-ainu. Al-ainu means the what, class? It could also mean the what? Come on, spring. طيب al-ghada'u. Al-ghada'u. And al-ghada'u means what? The who? Well, hold up now. Al-ghada', it's lunch, y'all. How was your ghada'? You know what I'm saying? Ghadan is tomorrow, yes. This is al-ghada'u. And there's a verbal form of this as well. We would be on Elm Online with Sheikh Obeid, right? He would always, every time he would say, this is the time where we're at here in Tally. And he would say, what time is it with you guys? He always knew. He said, what time is it with you guys? It's about lunchtime, such dhuhran. He would say, هل تتغدى معنا? هل تتغدى معنا? Are you going to have lunch with us? Hey, now, so there's a verbal form of ghada'un, which is, is it tagadda? So that's tafa'ala yatafa'alu. So tagadda, they like that. Anyway, that's second generation. That's a little bit later, book 2. We'll get into some of those. But this is I had to stop for the gadda to remember that fun point. Rahimahullah. May Allah have mercy upon our Sheikh, our beloved Sheikh Obeid al-Jabari. Na'am. So the what class? The lunch. So everybody say al-famu. Al-famu. And al-famu means the what? The mouth. Hey, nam. Wafarika hada. Take hold of this. Naam. Al-Qamaru. What does Al-Qamaru mean, class? The moon. Naam. That in the Arabs, a lot of times, if they want to say to their wives that they're beautiful, Auntie, come on, you're like the moon. Inshallah. So, I mean, chivalry and swagger is still living, brother. Hey, nah, go ahead, take that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, take that. Hey, nah. Everybody say El Kelbu. What does that mean? Okay. El Ma'u. What does that mean? The water. Everybody got their water? Naam. Play it. Everybody with me. Come on, everybody say At-Tajiru. What does that mean? Mumtaz, the merchant, the businessman. So everybody say Athawbu. All right, what does that mean? The what? The garment, the cloth. Everybody, the thobe, you know what you think about the long joint, the stitch telling me, you know what I'm saying? If it's in the box, you get the duffer, right? If you really putting the bread down, you won't get that telling made from Medina, right? That thobe, all right? That's what I want you to think about, right? When you think of thobe, all right? Tayyib inshallah, the what? The garment, long shirt, etc., right? To adiku. What does that mean, class? Right, the rooster. All right, everybody say adhahabu. Adhahabu. Adhahabu means what, class? The what? The gold. Imam adhahabi. Na'am. The gold, right, class? The what? The gold. Na'am. So if you're going to buy her some jewelry, teach you this word. Adhahabu. Adhahabu. Golden. Right? Yeah. All right, don't teach the word fidda. I know what fidda means, right? That means silver. I want no fidda. I want dhahab. All right. Ar-rajulu means white class. That's right, the man. Everybody say az-zahratu. And az-zahratu means the white class. Mumtaz. Did you give her az-zahratu? Did you do that? Huh? Did you give her az-zahratu? Or did you give her fawakiha? Huh? Or did you give her some fruit? That's okay, because they have what's it called again, you guys? Nah, it's fruit basket, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, come on, all y'all married men should know about the fawakiha, the edible arrangements. All right. Come on now. If we don't, we supposed to be doing the old heads in here. We supposed to be giving them type gems, because Beitul Kelb is a reality. Being in the doghouse, Beitul Kelb is a reality. Don't be in the Beitul Kelb. That's not a good idea. How you get out? Az-zahratu. طيب السمك. What is samaku, class? The fish. طيب I forgot this one. الشمس. What does الشمس mean? Very good. طيب الصدر. What does الصدر mean, class? That's the chest, bro. الصبر is patience. الصبر is the chest. Right? As it comes in الصدر. الصدر. Now, you'll see it in the fiqh books in regards to where your hand is placed. الصدر على الصدر. كذلك as well. Plural. Okay, المهم. Everybody say الطالب. Means what? ممتاز. All right. Everybody say ظهر or الظهر. I did. Everybody. الضيف. الضيف. What does it mean, class? The guest. Everybody say الطالب. The what? Naam. Everybody say al-wahru. Al-wahru. What does that mean? All those things, yes. Everybody say al-lahnu. Tongue to the top. Al-lahnu. Yeah, so you hear and then al-lahmu. Now you guys got it. I heard that. Very good. Very good. That's how you order that meat when you need that at the restaurant. Al-lahmu. Naam. Tayyib, inshallah. So, alhamdulillah, this exercise in. Yeah, come on.
The first word.
That's al-abu. Afwan. That was it? I thought you were going to ask me something more deeper. Like, all right, then come on, he usually go deep with us. I was ready to go in those waters, man. The deep water, man. What's up, man? Wasn't all y'all excited? Like, oh, man. These got something, y'all. All right, you made me throw my pin down. Next time. All right. Everybody good? No. We can safely move on from ad-dars al-thalith to ad-dars al-rabi. You went over all the exercises. We've taken our time. Now you were tested and you passed, inshallah. Right? You're going to get all your homework done. Right? You're going to be held accountable. All right? Because our brother was commanding the good and forbidding the evil. He wasn't snitching. And I'm going to see that, and I'm going to reach out to you guys today. Or I'm going to have someone reach out to you to make sure that you get that work done. Right? You're going to receive a call. And it's not going to be all the way to the next week when it's like, oh, dang, I didn't get it done. No. It is to be done in between class. It is to be done prior to your class so that you can review what you went over. So by the time you get back to class, I was working on that already anyway, all week. What's up? What you got? Come on, Ammar. Ask me. Now, is everybody with me? That's just generally how it just goes when studying. All right, please. And to be challenged and tested. I don't know. I might be motivated to just test you guys because, I need to push you guys. And a lot of time when there's a test in front of you, you act different. I know I act differently. I got to test tomorrow. All right, and I'm concerned. Those who talk to me today, I told them I'm worried I got to test tomorrow. Right there, I just listen. All right, so I ain't just doing it to y'all. I'm doing it to myself too. Okay, because I would like to what? I would like to be better than I was the day before. I'm serious about what? Seeking Ilm, and it's never over. It's hatta al-maut, which literally means until death. We seeking Ilm. That's who we are. I'm old now, got kids. Nah, that's a trick of the shaitan. That's why we seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We seek protection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from being lazy. Hey? The dua about that. Tayyib. So now with that being said, you should have really felt the jump from lesson 1 and 2 to what? To lesson 3. Right? No. You felt it. All right. In each lesson, we pretty much had 1 to 2 points, right? In some subcategories that we were trying to achieve, right? All right. I don't know if you looked yet, but if you look at the goal of lesson 4, that's 4 different points that you guys have to learn. Yeah. So the system works. This is ibadah. You make your what? Your intentions to please Allah, to remove ignorance from yourself and others. And you what? And you practice the sunnah. Now, find out what the Salaf did and do it. And inshallah, you will find success. And inshallah, you will find success. Now, we're not going to get into the stories of how far they traveled for one narration and how difficult it was for them. And now you guys could be, internet, WhatsApp, right? Yeah, with the shape. You know what I'm saying? So you have no excuse. So utilize that which Allah blessed you with, the halal resources, and grow. Whoever fortifies himself, whoever makes himself strong, really fortifies himself, he will grow. Play it. With that being the case, we want to welcome everybody to lesson 4. والهدف للدرس الرابع. And the goal for lesson 4 is what? Is تعليم حرف الجهر. Is the learning of the 2 letters of what class? The 2 letters of jar. The 2 what? Just the 2 letters of jar. There are many letters of jar, right? As it comes in al-Ajrumiyya, there are many. We could quote so many. And then the subcategory of what? Of the letters of swearing. They're also considered to be the letters of jar. Now, wal asri. Now, wal fajr. Right? Or shamsi, right? And to the end. So we're going to get into that. But right now, for ad-dars al-rabi, you just got how many letters? 2 letters. Everybody say fi, Ala.
Ala.
Everybody say fi.
Fi.
Ala.
Ala.
Alhamdulillah. These are the what? The two letters of jar that you will be introduced to today. Everybody drop down. Number 2. Everybody say ad-damiraini. Everybody say huwa.
Huwa.
Hiya.
Hiya.
These are the two pronouns, huwa and hiya. Everybody say after me the point. This is a principle. Everybody repeat after me. Anna al-alama. Anna al-alama. Al-mu'annath. Al-mu'annath. Al-mu'annithu. Everybody say la yansarifu. La yansarifu. All right, طيب, what does that mean? What does la yansarifu mean? La yansarifu means what? La yati ala akhirihi at-tanween. It means what, guys? La yati. Everybody say la yati. La. Everybody say yati. Everybody say ala akhirihi. And everybody say at tanween. Right. What am I talking about? What I'm saying is that the tanween will not appear at the end of these types of words. First of all, let's understand. What's al-alam al-mu'annith? So, mu'annith means what, class? All right. Al-alamu means it's a what, class? It's a... No, that's linguistically. You're translating linguistically. No, sir. What it means and what is intended here, because you weren't wrong. It was just as it relates to the science that we're in, which is now what's up. This is now. It doesn't necessarily mean that. All right, that's not what they intended. Is what's being meant. Although it can mean that in another sentence. But right now, what they mean, what they're saying is the feminine names, right? So how come it didn't say ismun mu'annith? Because they're not talking about a regular what, like a regular name or a regular noun. They're talking about what? They're talking about names that women name themselves with. Names that women name themselves with. I mean, I don't know a woman named Sa'atun, which means wife. It's feminine, right? But not by way of, it's not what this is. And what this is, it is considered to be the names that women take on to name themselves. But is that clear? Does everybody understand? So we're talking about who? After me. Aisha. Zainab. Khadija. Now I know sisters with Aisha. I know sisters that had the name Zainab, and I know sisters that had the name Khadija. I don't know any sisters that has the name Sa'atun. Or Sayyaratun, which means car. But it's considered to be feminine though. But you're not going to name. That's not a word that a woman's going to use to name herself with. Is that clear? All right. And I need to clarify this now, because when I get in further lessons, when you don't explain this, people start saying sa'atun, right? And people start saying, what was the word you used? Sayyaratun, and saying sayyaratu and sa'atu. Applying that rule that only works, it only goes with names of women to anything that's feminine. And that's not right. Is everybody clear? This rule only applies to the names of women. No woman is you're gonna call her and say Aisha Tun. And what? Zainabun. Khadija too. And as she laughed, and as she chuckled because it was uncomfortable to even read it like that, that's good. That means he understands. Because now you mess with somebody's name. You calling you, hey, yeah, Zainabun, Khadija Tun. Whoa, bro, she ain't a man. Now, of course, Muhammadun, Ammarun, right? Khalilun, all day, all night. But never one Doma. Because this is the rule that applies to the names of women. We will never write tanween on the end of their name. Right? And remember, you're studying Medina Book 1. You're all about reading the vowel endings. You're all about the grammar, the foundation, and the noun is tanween. Right, guys? but not with these female names. This is called the exception to the rule. And you know the rule. You know why, too. And you know what you better not do with it, too. Zayn that born. Khadija Tun. Isha Tun. What are you doing, brother? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Oh. All right, class, repeat after me. Everybody say Aina. 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 Now, Aina is similar to some of the words that we got in the past. Tayyip, we have learned well the likes of what class? Everybody say Matt. Everybody say what? Men. Everybody say app. And then Matt is considered to be what they call, everybody say istaf ha miya twin. Istaf ha miya twin. And men also is what is known as what class? As to be istaf ha, right? Istaf ha. Everybody say miya twin. And Aleph is also considered to be is what? Istaf ha what class? Miyatun. And this basically means this is the math for what? For seeking to what? Understand. Huh? And when you seeking to understand something, you, as you've been commanded to do, if you don't know, ask the people of knowledge. Right? Fas'alu ahla dhikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. Ask the people of knowledge if you don't know. Right? So it is appropriate that this is called istafham, or seeking to understand, because all of those words that I just put on the board are used for posing a question. Is that clear? Alhamdulillah. And then, of course, depending on what you're utilizing, you say ma hadha, you have to say hadha. If you say man hadha, you have to say hadha. If you say hadha, you have to say na'am or la, and then the answer. Remember, class? Tayyib. Then we have what we call, everybody say, aina. And aina, right? Aina is also considered to be what class? It's what? It's istafhamiyah, right? Because you're asking a question. Tayyib? So whatever you're asking about is the what? The word that comes after aina. Whatever you're asking about is the word that comes after what class? Very good. So if we say, for example, aina, everybody say, Ammarun. Aina Ammarun. And Ammar is where? Right? Ammar is where? Fil mas. Hold on, that's right. That's right. Fil masjid. So we're going to say, instead of saying Ammar, we'll say Ammar. We'll stick it to that because we're focusing on how to answer with Aina right now. So again, Aina Ammarun. So you say Ammarun fil masjid. Is everybody with me? Okay, cool. Aina Abdullah. Class, Aina Abdullah. Abdullah fil masjid. Aina Abdul Aziz. Is everybody with me? Type Aina Sharif. Everybody with me? Everybody got the concept? Everybody understand? Tayyib. So again, if somebody asks you aina, you're asking about what? You want to know what the uses of aina. يستفهم به المكان. You understand what the usage of aina, the location of that person or that object that you're asking about. Is everybody with me? By simply just saying aina and then aina al-maktab, right? Aina al-maktab, al-maktabu fil masjidi, right? Literally, aina al-kitab, right? Al-kitabu ala al-maktabi. Is everybody with me? Aina al-qalamu, al-qalamu fil jaybi, right? Right? Is everybody with me? Go.
Going down just a tad bit.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, so I understand the concept, but I just wanted the E part. So I'm making it an I after.
A who? A who?
I.
I? Oh my good. Oh no. Oh, subhanallah. 4 lessons. Subhanallah. I'm totally messing with him. But everybody knows what he's talking about. All right, cool. That's called the Kesra E. Right. And that's so good. I did all that on purpose. That's why I was going to do something else with this and make it a pronoun, but some said no. Because I figured this was going to be an issue. So let's deal with everything piece by piece. Right. So, Aina Ammaron fil masjid. Okay, I get the concept, but why did al-masjidu become what? Masjidi. I am telling you, and I'm going to keep telling you, right? This is part of my test that I had to study, right? That I'm gearing up for. So, ma huwa nahu? What is nahu? What is Arabic grammar? Right? Arabic grammar, right? It is what? It is the knowledge, right? It is the knowledge of the principles, right? Connected to what? The vowel and letter endings of the Arabic words, right? That have been placed in a sentence. Is everybody with me? Sure. It is the knowledge of the Arabic what? The qawaid, the principles, right? That are understood from the what? The endings of the words. Meaning you have a knowledge of the vowel and letter endings. That's grammar. Because it starts to what? It shows itself, makes itself apparent with the changing of the vowel. You knew al-masjidu. It was masjidun. Then it became al-masjidu. Wait a minute. Now it's al-masjidi. Why? They harfed out that. We're going to let them see the concept. And then it's going to be easy for them to say, oh, that the term is harfed out. But he understands the execution of it. He's been taught a certain way where I'm saying every time I see fee, if fee comes in front of a word, I'm going to make it from a dhamma to a what? Why is it what? Why did I make this a color and make the vowel the same what color? Because they tell us that what show the execution of the grammar what principles by making sure the thing that caused it to change is highlighted, and the changing of it is also the same what? Do you see it's the same color? Now, everybody see that? All right, and this is how it's supposed to be taught for those future teachers. Right? That's why I usually like to use red, make it real big, right? Tell you, this is the grammar. When anytime a preposition, a harful jar, fi or ala, come in front of a noun, then the noun has to take kasra because of fi. Because fi came in front of it. So much so that one of the signs of a noun is that what? Write this down. One of the signs that that's a noun, write this down. Come on, let's read. One of the signs that a noun is a noun, right, is the fact that a preposition can come in front of it. Prepositions only come in front of, oh, you guys got it now. They don't come in front of verbs. They come in front of nouns. Yes, that's a rule. One of the signs that a noun is a noun and it's not a verb is that what? Is that you could write a preposition in front of it. So ala, fi, men, ila, all those prepositions you're going to get, they what? that we say that what that they are able to be written in front of a noun because a preposition can come in front of it. Go.
Basically, reading all Arabic literature without the vowels. What is this right here? The harf jar.
Now,
And automatically know that it's
mashallah. You heard what he said? Wallahi, it's like that. Well, it's just like that. If you're reading and there's no vowels, how do you survive? Because you guys study grammar. Because you guys took this course. A preposition came in front of it, and prepositions, first and foremost, they only come in front of nouns. Is that clear? Okay. And the way that a preposition affects it now is that it takes it from being whatever it was prior to that to what? A kasra. Or kasra tanween. And that in Masjid would take kasra tanween if there was no what class? That sounds like lesson 3. You utilize lesson 3 in lesson 4. Watch out. You're using what you learned in lesson 3 and lesson 4. So I told you I was going to show you that the Madinah books always teaches you something new built off something that you already learned. That's what's going on right here. Fi Masjid in a masjid. Ammar is in a masjid. Before Ammar was in, the masjid was singled out. Before, I don't know what masjid, he in a masjid. I don't know what masjid is. He's a masjid. When you're laughing, that means you understand it. Oh, yeah, I got it. Because you want to understand it. You don't want to just say, I read it. Because this is the building block. So when you're reading the Quran and the Sunnah, you don't want to get that wrong. You want to lie on Allah, lie on Muhammad. Because you didn't study hard enough. Because you didn't take the necessary time. And you could have. So
if I understand this correctly, you're saying that a preposition can only come in front of a noun. A preposition can't come in front of anything else?
Well, there's only nouns and verbs.
Okay.
This one now.
It always changes the noun to
Or that which is equivalent to it.
There's no adjective?
Or that which is equivalent. Of course there are that, but we don't use that terminology. All right, you're not interested in that. That's English. That's behind you. It's in the review. That's like yesterday. We're talking about tomorrow in the day. I mean, whatever is equivalent to it, because we just got started. We're just at the beginning. But oh, mashallah, what a ride! All right, and I'm saying these things is what I know about the future. So when you're ready to receive it, trust me, we're gonna hit you, man. You're gonna run that joint straight to the end zone. I got it. I'm good. All right, but I prepped you for it though. All right, because there are certain cases where that which is an indication of the ruling of a word being majrurun. All right, and majrurun is it's like a ruling that a noun takes, that a noun can have. Just like in fiqh, we have what? Rulings, right? That which is preferred to do, that which is wajib, you have to do it, right? Just as long as somebody else do it, then you cool, you ain't got to do it. That's fiqh. In Arabic, guess what? We got rulings too, right? And one of the terminologies of those rulings is a noun being what? Majrurun, right? It's majrurun because what? Because fi came in front of it. What's the sign that it's majrurun? That it's been affected? Mumtaz, the kasra. No, majrurun is one of the 4 rulings that a word can possibly take. And those 4 rulings are it's marfu'un, mansubun, majrurun, majzumun. Which right now doesn't, yeah. But it's going, but later you're going to be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Yeah. All right. Is everybody with me? Right now I need you to understand when you're putting these words together, what must you do? Ammarun fi what? Fi masjidin. Okay, cool. Why? Because I asked the question, Aina Ammar. Before the question was, Ma hadha, ma dhalika, ahadha. Now your questions are what? Aina Ammar. Right? Why is it a question about the location? Because the prepositions that you're going to get are about where? In and where? On. So, ala means what, class? And fi means what, class? Everybody got it. But you're being asked, Aina Ammar, right? Or maybe not Ammar. Maybe it might be what class? It might be Aina. Come on, stay with me. Aina what? Aina al-kitabu. Everybody with me? Could be Aina Ammar. I'm asking you about a person. Or it could be Aina al-kitab. I'm asking you about a what? Everybody with me? And then you're going to say, what class? What? I asked you about Aina al-kitabu. So you're going to say al-kitabu. Right, class? al-kitabu is yeah, exactly. Al-kitabu. Right? Everybody with me? Ala what? Al-maktabu, you said? Well, why you changing from maktabu to maktabi? I'm like, what's going on? It's the rule, right? Yeah. Al-maktab. Period. Is everybody with me? Before it was a person, now it's an object. Right? Before it was a person, now it's an object. Anal what? Anal what? Anal. Right, class? Anal kitabu. So we said what? Right? I said Aina Amma. We said what? Is everybody with me? I like these two sentences. I like them a lot, but just hold tight. Let's go back to the goal of this lesson. The goal of this lesson is learning about ad-damirani. Now, ad-damirani, they're known as what, class? These are prepositions, harf jar, letters of meaning, right? And then huwa and hiya, ad-damirani, they're known as the two, what, class? What? Pronouns. Okay. What's the benefit of a pronoun? The benefit of a pronoun, write this down, is for what? Is for summarization. Takhsir. Why are you even using a pronoun? Because I don't feel like saying Abu Unais, Ammar Jones, Al-Salafi, Al-Athari, Al-Amriki, his whole title, name, kunya. I'm not going to keep saying that. I need to speak about, I want to keep talking about Ammar. I don't want to change the subject. I want to continue to talk about Ammar. I was doing that. I was just doing that for playing. Meaning, I don't want to say a pronoun is huwa and hiya. A pronoun is huwa and hiya. Why do we use pronouns? Because you could refer to a person who has a very long name, right, in a very small way, utilizing the pronoun, because he has an entire title, name. It's just, his name is just that. It's just long. And I want to keep talking about him, but I don't want to keep saying Abu Unais, Ammar Jones, one up the street. Abu Unais, Ammar Jones came back from the store. Abu Unais, Ammar Jones prayed 2 rakats in the masjid. Abu Unais, Ammar Jones just salam dal. Abu Unais, Ammar Jones led the prayer. Like, I'm not going to keep saying all that, man. You with me? Okay. And I'm going to say instead of saying, Ammar is, where was I at? Ammar's in the masjid. I'm going to do what? I'm going to say, because I want to know where he at. Ain't Ammar? So I'm going to say, instead of Ammar, I'm going to say what class? Huwa, what class? Fil masjid. Is everybody with me? All right? Because huwa actually means, it translates to what class? He. All right? Is everybody with me? So instead of saying Ammar, I got to say Ammar. I could just say huwa fil masjid. Right? And what we asked about Ain al-Kitab, right? I'm not going to keep saying the book was on the desk and then it fell down, then it caught fire and it was a good book. Come on. No, I'm not going to keep saying it. I'm going to say what, class? And this is where the pronouns come in and we understand the different meaning of the pronoun. It can either mean what? He, or it can mean what, class? It what? It masculine. There's a feminine form. It's right there. Here. So if this whole conversation was about Khadija too, right? Ain't a Khadija too. Right? right? Here, what? Fil masjid, right? And instead of me asking about the book, I want to know my watch at now. Ain't a sa'atu. Here, what class? Ala al-maktabi. Because I'm talking about that which is what? Considered to be feminine. Is everybody with me? Go.
Here, it or she.
Mumtaz. Here is it or she. Very good. It, feminine or she. It, feminine or what class? Or she. Right? So I need you guys now to see, oh, that's why we're studying these particular points. Because the types of sentences that we're going to be dealing with are going to have what? All of these things inside them. Go.
Ala for things without intelligence.
No, it's not.
I know that there's a definitive difference, but like, is there a difference in how, like, when to use them?
Right. You'll learn when based off of what you're trying to say. Go.
So now I understand. I'm just
Hold on for a second. But they do have deeper meanings, and we're going to talk about that, about a few stuff like that. But that's later on. Yeah, sorry.
So I understand Kul Hu Allahu. Just give me an example. Kul Hiya.
No, it's fine. Kul, all right, here. You literally, what you mean, like, what does that mean?
No, I understand what it means. I just want to hear an example. Kul Hiya.
But kul here.
Yeah, because I understand what Kul Hu Allahu.
Yeah, so maybe you want an example of here.
Yeah.
Cool. Because we don't want to, make, all right, we're going to read. Just like it is in the Quran, now you make your own version of that verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenged those people who used to speak about the Quran to just make one verse similar to the verse. And or make one surah or one, Quran similar to the Quran. And of course they couldn't do it. Right? So just having that in mind, I'm gonna give you a different example of here. You know what I'm saying? Then we give you a different example. But I know what you're trying to go. It's like, oh, cool, that comes in that surah. Right, maybe I got you. So we're just gonna focus on the examples that come in the book with regards to here. And as you go along, you're gonna, alhamdulillah, get a good understanding of that. But let's leave off that. For full wisdom. Now, Michelle. You didn't see all these guys getting uncomfortable. What are you trying to do? No, the brother's good. He's good. He's just trying to learn Arabic. So anyway, is everybody with me? Everybody good? We good? We good? We good? All right, cool. So now you also understand the feminine what? The feminine words, right? Because we are going to introduce that in this lesson. In this lesson, we're going to introduce some of the feminine names, right? And some of the what? Some of the words that are feminine. And then once we get to lesson 6, we are going to learn how to make a noun feminine. From masculine to what? To feminine. That's not until lesson 6 though. All right, but we're just going to introduce some of those words in this lesson. And that's why you've gotten these 4 principles, because what? Because of the types of sentences that you're going to get. Now, when the sentences first start, each and every sentence in lesson 4 starts with aina. Right? Every sentence in lesson 4, it starts with aina. Where. All right? That's why you need to understand it first now. Just get a little introduction. But then when we go into it tomorrow, you'll see what I'm talking about. As well as when we answer the questions in lesson 4, the beginning of lesson 4, we are going to use the pronouns to answer and not the apparent nouns. We're going to use the pronouns to answer and not the apparent nouns. Is that clear? When we ask you the questions, we're going to ask you the questions, right, in regards to where are these apparent nouns. Again, we're going to ask where are certain apparent what? Nouns. Now you have to understand the rule. You cannot bring a ismun mudmar qabla ismun mudhar. What does that mean? That means that you cannot introduce a pronoun until you first establish the apparent noun. I mean, how we in the conversation and I'm like, yeah, who is that? Huwa aina huwa? Huwa fil hammam. Naam, aina huwa al-an? Huwa fil masjid. Now I keep saying, he's in the bathroom. He's now in the masjid. But who are we talking about? Who we even talking about? Huwa. You playing? Get out of here, cuz. You playing? You playing now. Come on, cuz. Is everybody clear? So just like that doesn't make sense, right? It's leaving you in anticipation, waiting for something else. This is how it is in Arabic. It actually is not considered speech, except that it is what class? Except that the sami is not muntadirun li shay'in akhar. The person that is actually listening, to the one that's doing the talking, he's not sitting there waiting like, yeah, but I don't, what does that mean? Like he's still waiting for something else for clarity, but he's not getting it. In Arabic, as it comes in al-Ajrumiyya, that's not considered speech. The sami, the one who is listening to you, he should not be waiting in anticipation for something else, and you call yourself finished the sentence. Yeah, you didn't understand me? No, I understand you. It's just smashing words together. So is everybody with me? It is funny, but literally, this is exactly how it comes. I just quoted from al-Ajrumiyya. You have to what? It has to be mufid, brothers. Al-kalam labdan marakib al-mufid wal-wajh. Now, it is what? Speech in the Arabic language is made up of what? It is made up of words that are derived from the what? The letters of the Arabic. Meaning the sounds that are being produced to say those words, it has to be from Aleph to Ya. If it's from, the THE, that ain't Arabic. The grammarians don't even consider that to be speech. You trying to say something in Arabic using Chinese letters. Now it really don't make sense now. So now you want to pop off your transliterations and talk about, I'm going to lead the prayer. No, it's not considered to be speech. It's not even considered to be speech. Is everybody with me? Okay. Tell you, so we closed out of 3. We got an introduction to Adars al-Rabi. And then tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we're going to go all the way in, starting with those questions. Aina Ammar, Aina Yasir, Aina Sa'atu, until the end. Tayyib, inshallah. All right. We're also going to learn the word for kitchen tomorrow as well. Okay? All right. Make sure everybody go home and give their family a vocabulary word. All right? Kitchen. Matbahun. All right. Why you teach me that word? I'm just saying. It's a good word. Go ahead. Yes, Father.
Stuff you mentioned about the feminine names and the feminine words.
Yeah.
How does that relate to what you taught? I don't really see that.
Right. Well, there's 2 things. The first thing is you were introduced feminine pronoun here that we didn't really get that much into, but we're going to get into it tomorrow. But I did tell you about it, though. That's one, and the meaning of the definition of it. The other part that's feminine is that you were introduced to the feminine names and their rule. Aisha too, Zainabu, Khadija too. So those things are a part of the lesson. Those things are feminine, and that's why it made sense. As well as Dr. Fab Rahim told me to teach it, so I'm doing it. It's his book. Any other questions? Ooh, I love the questions. Go.
So, the hurufu istifhamiyya, they do not affect the endings of words.
These ones, no.
There are some that do.
From what I understand, I don't know any that actually does. So I try to leave stuff open, especially if my knowledge is not, I just know it all from beginning to end of the Arabic grammar, and I don't. But from what I have in front of me, no. But now, go. Hmm? Which now? What about it? Oh, you mean, why does that have one doma?
No, that's
you mean this one? Al-Kitabu.
Yeah, does it rule work for all names?
Well, this is a noun. It's not a feminine name. Feminine names take one doma. But masculine names have tanween. We have Muhammadun. We have Khalilun. We have Ammarun. Right? But we don't have Aishatun. It's just Aishatu. We don't say Zainabun. It's what? Zainabu. We don't have Khadijatun. It's what? Khadijatu. Is that clear? Again, Al-Kitabu, it does have one doma, but that's just because Alif Lam is there. If Alif Lam leaves, then how would you read this? Kitabu or Kitab? Very good. And you understand why. Right. Alhamdulillah. Any other questions? We're talking about names of women. Right. But yeah, names of men, they take 10 wins. No problem. Any other questions? No one asked me about a name like Abdul Aziz. I mean, I don't want to cause trouble. I know brother just came and they probably want to pray and all that. Why they still going? I'll be really quick. That's a compound name. That is a name that's made up of what? 2 words, right? Right. One of those words is the word what? Abdun. It's what? The word what? Abdun. Okay. So and these are what? These are masculine names. These are what, class? These are masculine names, but they are what? Murakkib. They are made up of how many words, class? 2 words. So you have the word Abdun. What does Abdun mean? Servant, slave. Right? Cool. All right. Abdun. And then you combine that with a name from the names of Allah. Right? So let's say, whose name is that, class? Aziz. Right? Aziz what? But it's what? It's Azizu. It's El Aziz what? El Azizu. Is everybody with me? Right? And it's what? It's Ma'arifa. Is everybody with me? So Aziz, what's the definition of Aziz again, class? Mighty. Now, so he said mighty. Now, so the definition of Aziz is mighty. That's a good translation? That's a good translation.
Also, there's somebody meaningful to you. Somebody Aziz.
Oh, بدون الف لام. لا لا نحن نريد بالالف لام. جزاك الله خير. Now, but it's a difference. Why? Because it's anything or a person can be Aziz. And now to a degree. To a what? To a degree. Be Aziz. Right? Is everybody with me? But Al-Aziz, that is what? That in the what? In the complete sense. It's Allah. Ain't no. And we learned that's lesson. What lesson is that, class? It's lesson 3. Al-Aziz. Right? Is everybody with me? Somebody could be Latif, somebody could be all, yeah, no doubt, Kareem, right? But Al-Kareem, Al-Aziz, Al-Latif is Allah. Because what? We're singling that out. Is everybody with me? Is everybody clear? We did that also with the name, Allah. Remember, it was Ilahun. But when Alif Lam was added to it, it was Allahu. Right? That's what? It's lesson 3, class. So again, come on back. So this is a construction, his name is a construction of something that we call Mudaf Nilayhi. And that's lesson 5. Tayyib? That's next lesson. Now, so his name is a combination of 2 nouns. The first noun is Abdun. The second noun is what, class? Al-Azizu. So there's something that happens grammatically when you do that construction of Mudaf or Mudaf ilayhi. And it is known in the Arabic language as al-idafatu. Everybody say al-idafatu. فالإضافة هي أن تسند اسما إلى غيره على تقدير حرف جر. فالأول اسم مضاف والثاني مضاف إليه. That jargon, what I just said, means mudaf or idafa. It is a concept in the Arabic language when you're bringing one noun together with the other noun, with the understanding that there's a what? There's a preposition in between the 2. Is everybody with me? Okay. Sometimes in most cases the preposition is lam, and that lam is what, class? Ownership. Now that lam is ownership. Tayyib inshallah. Then it could be men. It could also mean fi. Tayyib inshallah. And in this place, men and fi, I don't see it being in this construction. Al-Muhim, what happens is you take Abdun and it becomes what, class? Abdul. And then you take Al-Azizu and becomes what, class? Azizi. Is that clear? So we call him what? Abdul Aziz. That's why you always hear Abdul. What, class? Azizi. But we always stop on Aziz. Abdul Aziz. But actually, it's what? Even Hamza. Hamza what? Abdul what? Abdul Razaqi. Abdullah he. Abdul Rahman ni. But it was Zu. So again, I'm just opening you up and getting you used to what? Oh, the grammar is in the what? It's in the vowel index. And there's a way more detailed explanation that I have gift wrap for you once we get to lesson 5. Go.
So the people is plain Jane name themselves. Somebody say, I do it.
That's just a what word is that for y'all? It's just a bad thing. It's just not good. Yeah, it's just not good. You know, I'm been Abdul since I was since I was born. Yeah, bro, you gotta put something in front of that, bro. You gotta put something in front of that, cuz.
Translated as servant of God. And nothing else after that.
These specified. Sing Allah out in that worship. Tawheed, baby. So anyway, وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان انت استغفرك واتوب اليك وبارك الله فيكم وجزاكم الله خير. And inshallah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, more questions? Isa's fine. Yeah, Isa. There's a rule about that because it's a noun, and you would normally understand that every noun, the starting point is tanween, but it's understood to be in the place of that which would normally take tanween, but it can't show its apparent grammar definition because the mandatory aleph meksor that's at the end of the word. Yes, because if you look at Isa is right. Isa, that is really an aleph, right? It's on aleph meksor because it looks like a but it has the sound and the usage of an aleph. But it is understood to be in the place of something that would take Dhamma tenween, but it can't show it because this aleph mixor has to remain there. That's like a little later on in the book.